evening, good 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 evening. And welcome to Game Night on Thursday, the 28th of May. It is just about 20 past 8 here in the UK. Alerts are muted. I will say hello to everybody in due course. But after the epicosity of Bamboozle to start with, we are launching feet first into the final heat of day one and the first heat of day two of the Drain. I'll explain a bit more why that is later on. Lovely to see you all. I will greet you properly later on when we get into our first full feature game a bit later on. Lovely to have you all here. So we have almost finished day one. But because of the number of entrants into the tournament, the actual days, as in everyone is playing 2 games in this tournament, the days are actually straddling. So this game, 2 of these players are playing their first game and 2 of them are playing their second game. So this is the point in the tournament where we are going to start to see some shapes appearing on the leaderboard and getting some idea of who is going to make it through to the next round. So my 4 players are waiting muted in the broadcast studio. Let's meet them. We've got Natter. He's 35. He's a receptionist from Waterford in Ireland. Natter, good evening.
Good evening to you, Ben. I'm currently here in Birmingham right now here.
You've travelled across the pond to be with us.
That is correct.
So are you off on holiday, or are you away with work?
No. I'm actually going to be taking part in the UK Games Expo down in the NEC tomorrow.
Oh, fantastic! Oh, so Birmingham obviously makes a certain amount of sense.
Yep.
Well, it's thank you very much for making the effort to be here, particularly when you're away from home. Now, Natty, you're one of the players who's coming in for your second game. Now, you had a pretty good game first time round, achieving the maximum of 10 points. And up in the top quartile of the board. How does that make you feel coming into this particular heat?
Well, it depends on the game here, because I got through with just being lucky and knowing my timing for this game. So you never know what will happen in this game at all.
Indeed not. But you are certainly in a strong position, and tonight might be your last game of the Drain, or we could see you in the semi-finals or indeed the final a bit later on in the season. But I wish you the very best of luck, Natter. Thank you for being here, and the best of luck.
Thank you.
We've also got Jerry. He's a game person from the USA. Good evening, Jerry.
Hello there.
Lovely to have you with us. Are you surviving the heat?
Yes, I am.
Are you getting the heat? I have to say, I don't know if you're getting it in the States.
It was hotter a couple days ago, but it's going to get hotter soon as well, because I'm in Texas and that's going to be...
Yeah, Texas is quite warm. Typically quite warm in Texas. Now, Jerry, you're also on your second game in the Drain. I think, if memory serves, you picked up 7 points in the last game. Is that correct?
Yes.
So, again, reasonably comfortable position. You're going to want to try and capitalise on that. The higher you can finish tonight, the more chance you have of making it into the semi-final. How are you feeling coming into this day number 2?
I'm feeling alright. Some good competition, so it's going to be tough, but I think I can do it.
Well, let's see how you get on. The very best of luck to you, Jerry.
Thank you. Good luck, everyone.
And third, we've got AB, aka AB Me. He's 36. He's a programmer from Denmark. Good evening, AB Me.
Good evening, man.
Lovely to have you here. I'm just going to boost your volume just a smidge because you're coming through a little quieter than everyone else. First time here in the Drain tournament. You're one of the 2 who's both of your games are going to be on day 2. Do you feel that that's going to be extra pressure, or do you feel less pressure as a result of that?
Well, it's sort of split. Obviously, you're going up against someone who's had a game already, but on the other hand, you've had the benefit of watching everyone's games and maybe picking up some strategy that the others hadn't had a chance to for their day 1 game.
Indeed so. So possibly a bit of a double-edged sword here at this point. But we wish you the very, very best of luck tonight, and thank you very much for being here.
Thank you.
And fourth, We've got Prey. He's 31. He's a postman from Scotland. Good evening, Prey.
Hello, how you doing?
Very well, my dude. Good to have you here. Did you get some heat in Scotland?
You have, yes. Absolutely we did. I've been sweating like crazy because of it. It's been ridiculous. It's cooling down though a bit now. Which is
It
fine.
is, yeah. It threatened to break today, though. Today has been pretty humid. Though I got a little smattering of rain earlier on today, which was sort of it was nice. It was sort of made a pleasant change. Now, Prey, you're the second of the two players to be playing their first game tonight. Same question as I gave to ABN. How are you feeling coming in? Do you feel like you're on the back foot because you've got 2 matches in the second day, or do you feel like you're going to have more of an advantage because you've got to see what's happened earlier on?
I think we have the slight advantage seeing people's tendencies on like when they jump in, about roughly what point in the question they jump in. But yeah, I mean, playing both my heats like sort of close together, momentum might actually be a factor in that. Then and we might actually have a better time.
Well, Prey and ABM, certainly I will be speaking to you definitely again in this tournament. For Jerry and Natter, it might be the last time I speak to them in this tournament. But Prey, wishing you the very, very best of luck tonight.
Thank you very much.
So, all 4 players, if you'd like to unmute now, just a quick reminder of the rules for you all. It's a buzzer quiz and it's a zero-sum game. You're going to start in round 1 with 150 points on each podium. The goal is to chase and achieve 200 points. All the time the question is live, points will drain out of your podiums, and the more questions we go through, the faster that drain will increase. Once you hit 200, you are safely through to the next round and you will be locked out of answering any further questions in the round. If you buzz in and are incorrect, there is a 25% penalty to whatever is in your podium at that time, and you'll be frozen out. The question will then be thrown out to other players in case they wish to buzz and steal those points. A quick reminder to wait until I say your name before answering, because there might be a bit of a race case. I get a definitive answer of who has buzzed on my device here, so just sit tight and wait until you hear your name before giving me an answer. Undue hesitation will also be counted as an incorrect answer, but I will give you a little bit of grace time because I appreciate we've got a little bit of a latency because we're all over the world at the moment. So, I wish all 4 of you the very best of luck. I'm hoping you can all see your devices and your scores. A reminder that our players in the studio do not see the question and they're not watching the stream at the moment, so I'll be reading very carefully and steadily because they will only hear me reading the question out. Very best of luck to all 4 of you. Let's play. Starting with this. Mars is the French word for what month? Jerry.
March.
Correct. Which country was the last to formally abolish slavery in 1981? Tough one there. That's Mauritania. Who led the Muslim forces against the European Crusaders and recaptured Jerusalem in 1187? Natter.
Pass.
I'm afraid that's too slow. It's Saladin. What was the colonial English name of Myanmar before it was formally changed? AB.
Burma.
Correct. What is the middle name of Keir Starmer shared with Prey?
Oh, pass. Fuck.
Shared with an Only Fools and Horses character. Natter just in time?
Rodney?
Correct. How many degrees are there in a right angle? Jerry?
19.
Yes, there are. Basil Rathbone, Robert Downey Jr. and Benedict Cumberbatch have all portrayed which Prey?
Sherlock Holmes.
Correct. Suicide is Painless is the theme song. Jerry?
MASH.
Correct. What nationality are the 2 most recent winners of the World Snooker Championship? Prey?
Chinese.
Yes. In which year did the Apollo 11 mission take place? Jerry?
1969.
Correct. Yoweri Museveni has been the leader of which African country since 1986? That's Uganda. Complete the title of Billy Ocean's 1985 hit, When the Going Gets Tough. Pray.
Tough Gets Going.
Correct. What month comes 3 months before September? Jerry.
June.
Correct. The Demon Barber of Fleet Street is the subtitle. Pray.
Sweeney Todd.
Correct. In the agency FEMA, what does the F stand for? Jerry.
Federal.
Correct. How many legs are on 2 spiders? Jerry.
16.
Correct. Doubling means to multiply by what? Pray.
2.
Correct. What is the primary ingredient in an omelette? Pray.
Egg.
Correct. On a standard piano, which note is located between a group of 2 black keys? Jerry.
G.
Incorrect. I'm going to type that out. It's D. What body part completes the saying, never look a gift horse? Jerry?
Mouth.
Correct. Whoa, that was a battle. That was a battle on round 1. We don't normally get a battle in round 1, but we've gotten through 20 questions in that round, which is the highest round 1 count we've seen so far. And over half of those were between Jerry and Prey. A lot of back and forth there, but Jerry has just emerged victorious. Prey, great run there. But you were very, very close a couple of times getting Jerry right down to 0, but just couldn't capitalise it. In the end there, but yeah, bad luck on that one, but some great answers
happens.
from you. It does, and of course you get 2 points for being here, which will go on the board, and like you say, you've got another day, so maybe you get a bit of momentum, and we'll have another crack at it in a couple of weeks' time.
Fair, yeah, I mean, fair play, Jerry. Holy moly!
You're both feeling the heat there.
Yeah.
I'm assuming.
Yeah, that was. Yeah, I was like honed in at that point. I realized the answer a little bit too late on that last question. Jerry capitalized. Not that I could do. Fair play.
That's the way it goes.
Okay.
Prey, thank you very much for joining us. We'll see you on later on in day 2, and we'll hopefully see you later on tonight for the Purge.
See you later.
There's Prey, and that is the end of round 1. Let's go to round 2. So, Natter, Jerry, and AB all progress to round number 2. Some tricky questions coming out in the first round. Say the algorithm, there is just a stack of, I think I've put 25 easy, 20 medium, and 15 hard in this. The algorithm will weight the easier questions to the beginning and the harder questions to the end, but it is not an exact science, so you will get some hard ones in there. And looks like we've got 1 or 2 harder ones there. But 3 players surviving, Natter, Jerry, and AB. Let's put some points onto the podium. 200 each, sharing the 600 between the 3 of you. This time you are chasing 300 in order to make it through to the next round. Very best of luck to you all. Let's play. Bruce Banner is better known by Natter.
The Incredible Hulk.
Yes. Pi radians is equal to how many degrees? AB.
180.
Correct. Flareon, Vaporeon, and Jerry.
Easy.
Well hedged. Doberman and Dachshund are breeds of Natter.
Dogs.
Yes, they are. It's like rain on your wedding day is a line. Jerry.
Alanis Morissette.
Incorrect. Is a line from which? AB.
Ironic.
That's the one. What name is given to a deep-sea exploration cabin, typically spherical in shape? Natter.
Pod?
No, I'm afraid not. It's a bathysphere. The stone of Scone is commonly known by which other name? That's the Stone of Destiny. The Falklands War was fought in which decade? Natter.
1970s.
Incorrect. Buzzer's open if anyone wants to go. I guess not. 1980s. Who was the female protagonist in Jane Austen's novel Pride and Prejudice? AB.
Elizabeth Bennet.
Correct. In which US state is the Kennedy Space Center located? Jerry.
Florida.
Yes, it is.
Now,
And a much faster round two, just 10 questions. Round two typically goes on a bit longer, but we had a few points being amassed there. Nata, unfortunately, you have crashed out. A couple of wrong answers in there, which, of course, will have had that penalty on your podium there.
yeah, that's true.
That means, Nata, you are the first player to complete 2 heats. You're going to take 5 points out of this heat to go with the 10 you got in day 1, giving you a total of 15. Are you happy with that?
Hey, I'm happy with what there is. As long as I get a chance to get into the semifinals, we'll see what happens.
We will indeed see what happens. So you've got a bit of a long wait now to find out how the rest of the board is going to play out. But that sets the store, 15 points on the board, and the rest we will have to wait and see. Nata, thank you very much for joining us. Do enjoy your trip to the NEC, and we may see you in the semi-finals.
Thank you so much, and do enjoy your weekend, guys, too.
Cheers.
Yep, you too.
So, 2 players remain. Going into the final, it's Jerry versus AB. So, Jerry, AB, you are both here for the final, and you'd be interested to hear we've had exactly 30 questions asked so far, and I stacked 60, so we're halfway through the potential questions. Hopefully we can get the final done in 30 questions or fewer. Highly likely, but you never know. Stranger things have happened in this game. Chasing 600 now, 300 apiece for each of you. The very best of luck. Fingers on buzzers. Let's play. What beats rock in a standard game of Jerry?
Paper.
Correct. The best-selling car model of all time is the Corolla, which is made by Jerry.
Toyota.
Correct. Ellie Kildun is a name in which sport? That's rugby union. Francois Mitterrand is a former president of which country? AB.
France.
Yes. McBusted are a music group comprising the members of the bands Busted and which? AB.
McFly.
Correct. Who was the Greek goddess of the harvest? That's Demeter. The programming data type int is short for Jerry.
Integer.
Correct. What is the nationality of Formula One driver Oscar Piastri? No, he's Australian. What container must be spun in the famous kissing game? Jerry.
Bottle.
Yes. Which of Wales's cities received city status most recently? Tough one, that's Wrexham. In March 2026, which content creators started releasing their England series on Nebula and YouTube? Jerry.
Tom Scott.
Correct. What word beginning with Q is the antonym of the word slow? Jerry.
Quick.
Yes. Who calls in a J.B. Priestley play? That's an inspector. In the TV show Only Fools and Horses, which actor played Derek Del Trotter? No, it's David Jason. Complete the saying. Blood is thicker than Jerry.
Water.
Yes, it is. And 15 questions is all it took. And Jerry, you have hit 600. You've locked AB out. And AB, some tricky questions coming in there. I'm very aware, reading the questions out, there are a lot of Brit-centric questions in there. And I think this is the first time I've had 2 finalists, neither of whom are British. So may have skewed a little trickier for you. But for your first run in the Drain Arena, AB, were you happy with that?
Yeah, pretty happy with my tactics, and I think they worked out for the first 2 rounds at least. Just a little slow here in the last round.
You'll get used to it. You've got another day to get those fingers stretching and Get your trigger finger ready. And of course, you take 7 points onto the leaderboard. We'll see how that affects the scores after the stream. But it is second place tonight, a valiant first attempt. And ABME, thank you very much for playing. We will see you in the next heat.
Thank you.
Which means the winner tonight is Jerry Harris.
Woo!
Well played. Must be pleased with that. A 7 and now a 10. 17 points into the leaderboard. You must be chuffed.
Absolutely, yes. Thank you.
I mean, that is unequivocally going to put you top of the leaderboard for now, but bear in mind, everyone other than you and Nata has still got a game in hand. So,
Right.
we'll see how that goes, but for now, it's going to put you in pole position. Jerry, I'm going to let you go and chill out, whatever it is you're up to this. I think it's still afternoon where you are, so go and decompress, because I know how much pressure the train can bring. Thanks very much for joining us. Congratulations on your 10 points, and we may see you for the semi-finals.
All right. Thanks. Good game, everyone.
So, that is officially the end of day number 1. And it's Jerry who wins the day. Jerry, the second player to complete 2 heats. From this point onwards, everyone will be playing their last heat. And it's going to be a matter of watching that leaderboard to see who is going to avail. A quick reminder of how it's going to work. Whoever finishes top of the leaderboard automatically gets a place in the final. Position 2 to 13 on the leaderboard will each go into one of 3 semi-finals. The winner of each will progress to the final. So still a lot to look forward to. And anyone who is into data analysis, you're very welcome to look at the data and do some reports on who needs to finish where and who needs how many points to achieve X, Y, and Z. I always look forward to seeing that. And of course, don't forget to go and join the Discord for all of that information. We've got our feature game this game night coming up. It is The Purge. It's been written by Stimpson's Angle and proofed by JR. That's going to be coming up in about 5 minutes' time. But thank you all very much for tuning in to The Drain. Congratulations to Jerry. And the Drain tournament will continue on Saturday night. We'll see you then. But first of all, The Purge. Okay, if I bring the microphone back, you might be able to hear me. Shall we have a bonus? Jerry hits 17. Why not? 112 pennies if you type Jerry hits 17 into the chat right now. Mods, if we could deal with that bot as well, that would be amazing. I'm going to get set up for... excuse me. I'm going to get set up for The Purge, which is coming up in about 5 minutes' time. So please do stay tuned. Even more quiz coming up this Thursday game night. Don't touch that dial. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the second part of this evening's game night, where it's time for the Purge. KCTX is the room code you need. Universal controller right there. Room code now in the chat. Good evening, everybody. Sorry, it's the one of those famous extended cold openings that we do occasionally do at game night. They're always quite fun. I just sort of go into reading questions and host mode before I actually engage with the stream. It's a message from our sponsor, Puzzle Dan.
It's time for some quiz purging, Ben.
Indeed it is. Thank you, Dan, for the 61-month subscription. Hope you're keeping well, my dude. And yeah, normally, obviously, I'm doing my whole spiel beforehand. This is from our sponsor, JR Plays Games.
Have a train.
Thank you for the train and the 100 bits there, JR. Hype train kicked off. Yeah, so normally I do the banter and I sort of get into the groove of the stream and, to be honest, waste quite a lot of time before we get into the quiz. But of course, because I'm vodding everything from the drain and I'm trying to keep things in a certain way, I went straight in. BC, no message, but thank you for the 31-month Prime subscription there, my dude. Most grateful to you. So yeah, how are you all doing? Have you survived the heat wave? It's been glorious, hasn't it? I've loved it, personally. I'm a big fan of the heat. I won't hear a word against it. I know some people are struggling with it, and you have my sympathy, but I am going to miss it. Instead, it was going to break today, so we had a little bit of drizzle today, which made me very sad. I didn't see it. I was working at the time, but and I've got the blind on my skylight currently closed, because you might just see this little halo that's above my head at the moment. It's my sponsor, Purge. Ah!
I like trains.
We know you like trains. Thank you very much for the 66-month subscription there. No, thank you for the 100 bits there, Purge. Something came in just as I was reading it out. It short-circuited me. Thank you for the 100 bits, Purge. And here's a message from our sponsor, ABB.
Number of the bees.
Number of the bees, indeed. 66. Thank you for the 66-month subscription there, ABB. Multiple of 11. Very fun. Anyway, welcome one and all. Let me say hello to you all, because we've got quite a few of you here, in spite of the heat. Welcome to Arun, SJ, Shape, Stilgar, Stimson's Angle, ABB, JR, Fet, Samster, Lupine, Conradlac, Alexander, and a message from our sponsor, Stimson's Angle.
Keeping the interruptions going.
Most grateful to those interruptions, and thank you for the 43 months there, Stimson, and for this pack of the Purge, which we're very much looking forward to playing, courtesy of Stimson's Angle, proved by JR as well. Good evening. I'll just let you hype train yourselves out. Here's a message from our sponsor, Puzzle Dan.
To quote Patridge, it's hotter than the sun, Ben.
It does feel like it's been hotter than the sun. I mean, we didn't hit 30 this week. It got to 26, I think, yesterday, or possibly the day before, which I was loving. I haven't been for a run since Tuesday, but it's only Thursday, so I was tempted to go for a run after work today, but I decided not to. I decided just to seek refuge from the heat and stay in. But I'll be going to the park run on Saturday. Might be going for a short run tomorrow morning. I'll see how I feel. Good evening, guys. Tim, Prey Streams, Nando, Flyboy, Effrontery, Lewis, Rack, Green Day, John, Toot, Shadowane, Joe Mendy, Prug, Saphira, Epic Galley, Jogging, Matt the Sprat, Chess, new chapter, Chess, welcome to the stream, welcome to the fam. I hope mods sort of point you in the right direction. Yeah, we used to do things through Twitch chat when we first got started. We've evolved somewhat since then. We do still use a Twitch chat occasionally for odd bits and pieces, but it's just easier with a standalone device. And I do hope you do come and get involved with this evening. Welcome to you. Good evening, Score Count, Natter, Jerry, I think that was a bot, so I'm not going to greet them. Vertigo, BC, Soda Espion, Bungle, Silent Marine, DMC, Puzzle Dan, Joe, and anyone else who is lurking, loitering, and lingering in the chat. You're all most welcome to be here. Thank you so much for joining us for what promises to be a super fun pack of the Purge. This has been written by Stimson's Angle. It's been proofed by JR. Just while I've got your attention, Saturday night, Game Night returns for its weekend edition. We've got Bidding War, as written by JR. We have got Heat number 8 of the Drain. And we have got the return of Spotlight. Now with bugs fixed, which is good. And some new questions. I've had about a dozen new packs have come in this week. I've written one as well. I might write another one before Saturday. So looking forward to playing Spotlight out again on Saturday. If you're just here mid-week, next Thursday we've got The Drain again, Plinko by me, and Risky Business by Riff Raccoon. That's next Thursday. That is the 4th of June. So please do pop those in your diary and come along if you are available. So I hope you're doing well. Davidovich, Rifracoon, welcome both of you to the stream. It is still quite warm, so make sure everyone is staying hydrated. I myself am feeling the essence of summer. Anyone want to guess what that is? You're welcome to have a guess. What do you reckon? What do you reckon, chat? What is Royal Flush drinking tonight? Not apple cider, not juice, not piss. Neither. 2 people guessing piss. No, it's not Dexter. It's not apple juice, not onion juice, not blood. Who bleeds like that? I'm not a Vulcan. For God, well, Vulcans bleed green, don't they? Royal Flush sparkling fermented tea. I mean, that's the closest so far. Jerry's the closest so far. Strawberry lemonade. It's not. Not bone-hurting juice neither. Not Prosecco. Not bloody piss. This is from our sponsor, Sooty Cat.
Heineken.
Not Heineken neither, though. Thank you very much, Sooty, for the 22-month subscription. And here's a message from our sponsor, Zeusless. Oh, is TTS not going to read it out because it says piss? Please give Bingle their dues. It's piss. It's not piss. Thank you for the 63-month subscription there, Zeus. My goodness me. That's a lot of months. That's some babies. 7 babies? 7 babies. Peach Tea, no. Pims, J2O, Topo Chico, Future Piss. Well, yes. Anti-Orange Juice, Buzzballs. No, it's still not Buzzballs. Before and after, Orange and Raspberry Squash, Screwdriver, Ben's Beverage Identification Stream. No one's got it yet. I'm amazed. No one's got it. It's not a mimosa, though you're getting closer now, Conrad Lack. The same picture. It's allegedly not piss. Future Piss is a great band name. 7 babies. New game idea, name that mysterious drink. Well, have got some new game ideas, which I'll tell you about in due course. Yeah, DMC's got there. Well done, DMC. Yes, the sex on the beach. Oh, well done, DMC. I think I should give you 100 pennies, DMC. I don't know if people would have guessed more seriously if I'd actually offered 100 pennies, but yeah, have 100 pennies, DMC. There you go. Oh, there's a hype chest. Muchos excite. There we go. Yeah, it's a sex on the beach, just Future Piss. It's I don't even want to touch that with a barge pole. What it is vodka, peach schnapps, cranberry juice, and orange juice shaken over ice, and then double strained, and then I poured the ice in for good measure as well. It's my second one tonight. What do you mean those pennies on the line? Yeah, sometimes I can be extra generous with the pennies. They can just sneak up on you. Zeus Cola, welcome to the stream. I think that's long enough. 34 players in to play this pack of the Purge. It's been written by Stips's Angle, proofed by JR. It's our only feature game of the night, but say it is 5 to 9 already. It doesn't feel like it because the adrenaline kicks in when I start playing the drain. So, all very exciting. Let's lock this lobby, and this is your last chance. I'm going to give you 30 seconds because this is a game where if you don't join... Oh, crap. Okay, I'm going to give you 90 seconds because I haven't updated that countdown. 90 seconds, and then we're going to get going. A lot of raid message suggestions coming up. Variations of sex and piss. Variations of sex and piss. That sounds like something Mozart would write, doesn't it? Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to relax now after the drain. It's sort of going into a different variations of sex and piss. Yes, that's getting a thumbs up. Piss on the beach. Who said that? Bungle. I'll go through those raid messages later on. Don't forget, we've got the Thunderball coming up a bit later on. But yes, this is a game. I've now fixed the thing where your avatar is permanently on if you join late. So you now get instantly purged if you join late. So I will give you another 45 seconds to come and join. Oh, the Enigma Variations of Sex and Piss. By Edward Elgar III. A lot of variations on these variations messages. Right. Time for some quiz. Thank you very much, everyone, for your patience just while we get this lobby nice and full. It's been written by Stimpson's Angle. It's been proofed by JR. And it is time in 10 seconds for our mass multiplayer game this evening. That's Nimrod. Yeah, great piece of music, Enigma Variations. But I'll tell you more about that later on. It's time to play the Purge. Let's lock you in. No, Bungle, I'm not getting into this. So, this was a thing that happened earlier on. Apparently, we're rating ice creams by how much you'd like to insert them into your fundament, which is not something I have engaged with at work. but it is a thing that is happening, apparently, which I have recused myself from. Right. Here's how to play. Fundament is such a great word. Beg your finest pardon. Yeah, ask Bungle or Graham if he turns up. Graham's probably sat in his pants at the moment, to be honest. Here's how to play. Answer the multiple choice questions. The group fails to stay under the breakpoint, then you'll trigger a purge in which all incorrect and abstaining players must partake. If a player answers the purge question correctly, they rejoin the game. If not, they will be eliminated permanently. Though, of course, once you're eliminated, you have got the background game. You can still play along to get the questions right, and of course for pennies as well. We'll keep going until 20 questions have been answered, 5 purges have taken place, or 5 or fewer players remain, whichever occurs first. Surviving players will move on to the final purge. So, I do not have this level of banter with my colleagues. Is that a law thing, though, Arun? Have you got to be more serious? We've got a poll. Most insertable ice cream. Oh. I mean, I can't vote in this poll. Or can I? Can I do over that? I'm going to vote and then I'm going to start the game. I mean, I feel like surely it's that one. Oh, it might be that. No, it's got to be that one. It's designed for it. Right. Are you all ready? Because it's time for the tie-break question. As always, we start the purge with a tie-break question. This may not be used, but in the event we have an exact tie going into the final purge, this will be the second metric after total correct answers. This answer will be in the form of a number. You want to try and get as close to the number as possible. You've got 20 seconds to get your answer in. Don't abstain, because that gives you int.max value, which is about... I looked this up the other day because I needed it for work. It's about 24 million. Or 242 million. I might be an order of magnitude off. There's a 2 and a 4 involved in it somewhere, so just give me something. Good luck. Here is the question. According to NASA, what was the duration of the Artemis 2 mission in minutes? I'm good, thanks, mate. I've got a Sex on the Beach on the go. 5 seconds. Time. The correct answer. 13,052. The mission lasted 9 days, 1 hour and 32 minutes. If the answer is actually 242 million, then I need to update the code to use long rather than int. Which is just me being lazy on questions that are very rarely that high. I mean, if it's something like relativity on Ash's channel, yeah, longs are very, very useful. But for most cases here, you get away with an int. Right, 13,052. Just glancing through the answers. 1 or 2 players are 3 digits away, so we'll see how that pans out if and when we need it later on. For now, let's go to the main game. Starting the breakpoint at 50%. If more than 50% are wrong, we will trigger a purge, but we're hoping to avoid that. Let's take a look at the options for our first question. Mayonnaise or yogurt? What is the base ingredient of aioli? Time. The correct answer is mayonnaise. Aioli's name is derived by combining the Catalan words for garlic, meaning all, and oil, which is the oli. So all oil. Mayonnaise. Apparently mayonnaise is all oil. I have to say, the first question again, I wouldn't have guessed that one. I would have probably guessed yogurt, but I think that's tzatziki is a yogurty thing, isn't it? But let's see. Oh, good. I've got extra statistics, so I know the result now. This is most exciting. I added some extra logging in, so I know what's going to happen at this point, because it's told me. Shall I show you? Let's start the meter. No drama. 5 players, 15% getting the wrong answer. No one abstaining there. And 29 getting the correct answer of mayonnaise. 85% correct, 15% wrong. Way under the breakpoint. Let's move on. Now, with each question, we will lower the breakpoint by 10% until we trigger a purge, after which it will go back to what it started at, plus 10%. For now, we are at 40% for the breakpoint. Here is your next question. Options are Jackanory or Balamori? A new series of which UK children's TV show aired in April 2026 after 21 years off the air? Time. And the correct answer. What's the story in Balamory? Wouldn't you like to know? It's Balamory. I was a bit excuse me, I was a bit old for Balamory. I've heard of both of them, and I honestly couldn't tell you the difference between them. One of them has had a reboot. Yeah, many of the original cast, including Miss Hooley and PC Plum, have returned to the Scottish island. The breakpoint's 40%. Let's find out how many of you were wrong. Start the meter. No drama, just the 2 players going for Jackanory, 6%, and no abstentions there, so way under the 40% breakpoint. Let's go on. Oh yeah, that's what Jackanory is. I think John Sessions did one of those, and probably lots of other famous people. Remember, did John Sessions read the Gruffalo or something? I like John Sessions. Rip John Sessions. Right, breakpoint's 30%. Let's take a look at our next options. Oh, Bernard Cribbins, of course, he was one of them. Lots of people, yeah. I just picked a name that I remembered. Here are your options. Sabrina Carpenter, Olivia Rodrigo. Eyes Wide Open was the debut studio album of which American singer? And that's timed. Correct answer. Sabrina Carpenter is the first question I've got no notes on. I've heard of both of them. I couldn't pick them out of a lineup if you asked me to. But I'm not really in tune with the music of the youth these days. Anyway, breakpoint is 30%. Let's find out how many of you were wrong. Start the meter. Okay, we triggered it. Wow, we triggered it and then some. 50-50, right down the middle. 17 going for Sabrina Carpenter and getting it right, and 17 going for Olivia Rodrigo and getting it wrong. No abstentions there. It does mean if you said Olivia Rodrigo to me, you are going to be taken into Purge number 1. You'll be given 20 seconds to answer a full question, not multiple choice. And if you get it right, you get to rejoin the game. Hooray. If you get it wrong, then you will be eliminated. Let's find out which 17 players are in Purge number 1. Matt Spratt, on defense, Lupine, Arun, Jerry, Saphira, Alexander, Natta, Joe, Cola, Prugs, Puzzledown, Flyboy, Jogging, Shadowmane, Clive, and Silver Electron. You are all in Purge number 1. Full correct answer is required in order to survive. You've got 20 seconds, so remember you're typing. It's not a multiple choice one, this, and you've got to get me the right answer if you want to survive and rejoin the game. Good luck. Here is the question. Just Do It is a trademark of which sportswear company? All players have answered, and that is time. The correct answer: Nike, or Nike if you prefer. My current pair of running trainers are Nike, the Nike Pegasus range. Yeah, they launched their Just Do It campaign in 1988. That's the year I was born, attempting to present themselves as a brand for all Americans, regardless of age, sex, or fitness level. She was also the goddess of victory. So, if you gave me the answer Nike and you were in that purge, if you weren't in that purge, you could still answer it, but there was no pressure to do so. I probably should have mentioned that before. If you gave me the right answer, your chair's going to go blue. If not, it's going to go red. Look at that, a sea of blue. Lovely to see. Everybody who was in that first purge has survived it. Well done, you all get to come back to the game, and you get to see the other bug fix that I've done, where the ding is now in the right key. Wait for it. Oh, it's so much better than being a semitone too high. That's been on the to-do list for at least 12 months. But yes, we got the ding. Oh, hello, dog. Are you being my left foot rest? nice today. Lovely. So we reset the breakpoint. We're back up to 60%. 34 players still in the game. Let's take a look at the options for our next question. Too savage to notice the difference. Animal Kingdom, California Adventure. In February, the Dino Land USA area of which Disney theme park permanently closed? No, you don't, JR. Time. You do not prefer the other ding. The other ding was not the way. Correct answer. Animal Kingdom, a tropical America's themed land, is set to replace Dino Land in late 2027. Oh, okay, you may have preferred the other one, but you are wrong. So you're allowed to have other preferences, but also they're allowed to be incorrect. Breakpoint is 60%. How many of you got that one wrong? Start the meter. That's good. We avoid a purge. No abstentions there. 10 players giving me California Adventure, but 24 give me the right answer. 29%, so halfway towards triggering the purge. Still plenty of slack in that purge meter. Let's play on. We'll drop the breakpoint down to 50%. So of course you want to be getting questions right, even if you don't trigger a purge or don't go into a purge. Of course, the metric at the end of the game is how many questions you got right. So still be getting them right, but it's the group collectively that triggers the purge. So if you got that one wrong, don't panic. Because you've avoided the purge, but let's see if we can get any better luck with this next question. 2 options, here they are. 17th or 18th? The French Revolution occurred in which century? Yeah, good point, Feds. Good point. Do you hear the people singing the songs of angry men? It is the music of a... that was the soundtrack to the French Revolution, you'll recall. Which took place in the 18th century. Just a quick swing over to Google, 1789 to 1799. Just managing to stay within the 18th century, but it was certainly not the 17th. I haven't. I've got a bug in the operator here in that I've got an empty notes. Normally, if there's no notes, it says NA, which means there's probably some white space in there, which is making weirdness happen. It's probably a return character. I should look into that and trim them out. Right, breakpoint's 50%. How many of you got that one wrong? Let's find out. Start the meter. No, it's not. It's about the French Revolution School. I will take no further questions at this time. We're good. 27 players getting it right, 21% getting it wrong. Way under that breakpoint of 50%. Let's go on. Dropping the breakpoint down to 40%. I'm going to increase the options with this next question. We're going up to 3 options per question. Let's see if it makes it easier, harder, or about the same. Take a look. Dick Cheney, George H.W. Bush, Dan Quayle. Who succeeded Al Gore as Vice President of the USA? Dick. Bungle providing the wholesome adult content as usual there. That's time. The correct answer. It was indeed Dick Cheney. He was Vice President to George W. Bush from 2001 to 2009. Al Gore being the VP to Bill Clinton. Breakpoint is 40%. How many got that one wrong? Start the meter. Yes, he was Vice President. He was not the President. Yes, indeed.
Fruity, 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 fruity.
Press that button.
Fruity, 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 fruity.
We're good. Just 1 player abstaining on that one, and 2 going for Dan Quayle. Nobody going for George H.W. Bush. He was the president before Bill Clinton. Dan Quayle was also an American politician, I guess. Was he VP to George H.W. Bush? Someone who knows more about politics than me in the chat will tell me, I am sure. We go on. We lower the breakpoint to 30%, and we've still got 3 options. I was right. Yeah, good. George H.W. Bush is VP. Lovely, lovely. Next question. Options are Mr. Satterthwaite, Hercule Poirot, or Miss Marple. Which fictional detective features in Agatha Christie's Death on the Nile? Time. I was literally in another tab chatting about Poirot and Marple. That's weird. That's weird how the stars align like that. As long as it wasn't an LLM chat in front of me, you were talking at the same time. Which I'm sure it wasn't. But yeah, just a gentle reminder to everyone, we're not Googling. Not accusing effrontery of Googling, it's just triggers something that I haven't done that reminder yet tonight. But recommending the books to a friend, that's a much more wholesome thing to do. The correct answer was Hercule Poirot, which is one of my favourite characters to say. There is no benefit to abstaining, Saphira, as abstaining is counted as a wrong answer. So with a multiple choice quiz, you might as well just press a button. Hercule Poirot was the right answer. The break point is 30%. How many got that one wrong? Start the meter. You zigged when you should have zagged. Bad luck, Green Day. Is it going to be bad? You have been saved bother by the collective masses who got it right. 79% getting the right answer there. 5 going for Miss Marple, 2 going for Mr. Satterthwaite, and no abstentions there. So very well done. We have avoided the purge. We go on. No benefit to abstinence. Clive, welcome to the stream, my dude. Hope you're well. We go on. Breakpoint at 20%, so getting jolly low. Let's see if we can avoid triggering a purge here with 3 options to this question. Here they are. Violet, brown, blue. The element iodine derives its name from the ancient Greek word for what colour? Time. The correct answer. It's violet. Violet is the answer we wanted. It's derived from Eois, which is spelled I-O-D-E-S, but I'm assured it's pronounced Eois, meaning violet-like. Iodine will sublime into a violet-purple vapor upon heating. Iodine forms a brown solution when dissolved in water or alcohol, but the derivation, the etymology of the word itself, comes from the ancient Greek word for violet. So there's definitely shades of violet and brown involved with iodine. Breakpoint's pretty low, 20%. Are we going to survive it? Let's find out. Start the meter. Yeah, 53% going wrong there. No abstentions, but 9 going for brown, 9 going for blue. 16 players getting the correct answer of violet. You will be spared this purge, though, of course, do feel free to answer for the extra pennies, which will be coming at the end of the quiz. But for the 18 players who are incorrect, you are being thrown into purge number 2. Let's find out who you are. Me, Bungle, Fetz, Lupine, Stilgar, Comradlac, Rack, Green Day, Saphira, Alexander, Vertigo, Natacola, Ice Tim Proves, Puzzle Dan, Jogging, and Shadowmane. You are all in purge number 2. Everybody else, you're free to answer if you like, but no pressure to do so. Everyone else, 20 seconds to give me a full answer. Very best of luck. Take a look at purge question number 2. Which subatomic particle is represented by the symbol E? An answer, Bungle? Thank you. It's time. The correct answer was electron. We also accepted the plural. But yes, there aren't many, well, there's a few subatomic particles, but in common parlance for a Purge level 2 question, E for electron. And if you gave me electron and you were in that Purge, your chair is going to go blue. If not, I'm afraid it's going to go red. I don't know if I can call that bad spelling, Bungle. I mean, you said ectoplasm with a Y. I mean, you spelled ectoplasm wrong. I don't know that I can condone it as electron necessarily. You said ectoplasm. But what you have done there, Bungle, is denied us hearing the ding again. The ding in the right key, regrettably. Yeah.
What a shame.
What a shame indeed. It does mean, Bungle, you are the first player to be purged. Everyone else surviving get to rejoin the game. Bungle, do please continue in the background game, preferably with a Calippo, which won the poll, apparently. But for now, it's a wrong answer at the wrong time, and I'm afraid you've been purged. You'd have to go back and check out a VOD, Nando, if you want to hear the ding in the wrong key. It's just because it doesn't happen every episode either. But yeah, it's literally a semitone higher, so it just grates for me. It's the same sample, same timbre, but it's just a semitone lower. Okay, Bungle's been purged. 33 players remain. The breakpoint is now 70%. We've still got 3 options per question, and here they are: Jian, Shinai, Mokjiom. What type of sword is used in Kendo? They are indeed words. I've slightly butchered the pronunciation. I've just looked at my notes and I've got the pronunciations there. The correct answer is Shinai, which is the only one I pronounced right. Shinai are made from 4 slats of bamboo bound together by leather straps. Jien is a type of Chinese sword, and Mokgum are they're wooden training swords in Korea, but not typically used in Kendo. Now, the break point is 70%. It's quite high. How many of you got that one wrong? Let's take a look. Start the meter. Silver Electron, welcome to the stream. Good to have you with us. Yeah, we're good. We're good. Oh, my logs have cleared. Why did my logs clear? I didn't press clear logs. What a shame.
What a shame.
What a shame. 21 players going for Shinai. Just 3 go for Mokgum, and 8 go for Jien, which is a total of 29 plus 3, which is 32, which means I think 1 person abstained. But that's all good. No drama. We move on. Breakpoint dropped to 60%. Let's see what the options bring. There's 3 of them. Here they are. Audrey 2. Renette 2, Crystal 2. In the musical Little Shop of Horrors, what is the name of the man-eating plant? Suddenly Seymour is standing beside you. He's got your number. Now, I know all the words to Little Shop of Horrors. Love that show. Correct answer was, of course, Audrey 2. Seymour, who's the florist, played by Rick Moranis in the live-action version. He names the murderous plant after his co-worker Audrey, who he has a secret crush on. It's supposed to be secret. It doesn't play on the stage as particularly secret. Hello there. Are you a hot dog? Are you a hot dog? Audrey 2 was the answer. Breakpoint is 60%. How many were wrong? Stop meter. 1. 1 player was wrong. Go for Renette 2. I think Renette, Crystal, and Chiffon are the names of the doo-wop backup singers who sing Little Shop of Horrors. It's a trio of girls who I think Renette, Crystal, and I think Chiffon is the 3rd one. And Audrey is the name of the plant. Well, the name of Seymour's love interest, but Audrey 2 is the name of the plant. Nicely done. On we go. Breakpoint back. Love goes off at 7. That is on my musical theatre bangers playlist, Bruce. I have to say so. I hear that song a lot. Right, on to our next question. I'm going to up the options. There's going to be 4 per now, and let's take a look at them. Tanzania, Mozambique, Somalia, Eswatini. Madagascar lies off the eastern coast of which country? Great question. That's a great question, that is, and I don't think I've ever seen that before. For all the times Madagascar has been quiz knowledge, which country is it off the coast of? And I have to say, I wouldn't have had a clue on that. I probably would have guessed Tanzania. I think Tanzania is too far south, though. Correct answer is actually Mozambique. Madagascar split from Africa during the Jurassic period. It wasn't just a phase Africa was going through, it was 64 million years ago. And subsequently split from the Indian subcontinent 90 million years ago, becoming the world's 4th largest island. I won't tell you anything else about large islands, in case that's something that might be coming up in a future quiz at some point that I may have seen. So I've got suggestions open, which is normally a no-no, but I've just seen ABMe's suggestion. That's probably going to be a no, ABB, but I'll reply to that later on. We're all... Are we good? Are we good? Are we good? No, I haven't pressed the meter button yet. Mozambique was the answer. What's the breakpoint? 50%. Let's see, how many of you were wrong? Let's start the meter. We are indeed good. 27% incorrect, so again, just about halfway to the Purge meet, to the breakpoint, just over halfway there. 24 getting the correct answer, Mozambique, 5 going for Tanzania, and 2 each for Somalia and Eswatini. No abstentions there. Let's go on. Breakpoint down to 40%. You are doing very well so far. Ass Backwards, welcome to the stream, my dude. That's a name I've not seen for a while. A backwards name I've not seen for a while. Hope you are keeping well. Lovely to have you. Lovely to have you with it. Hey, if you want to come join in, Unicorn there and Rune Code. Great to have you here. Breakpoint 40%. 4 options for this next question. Here they are: Horseshoe Falls, American Falls, Bridal Veil Falls, Madden Falls. Which of these is not one of the Niagara Falls waterfalls? Time. Correct answer is Madden Falls. The Horseshoe Falls is the largest and most iconic of the 3. Madden Falls is in British Columbia. It's Canada's 2nd tallest waterfall, but does not comprise the 3 falls that make up Niagara. Now, the breakpoint is 40%. And there's an extra statistic that I've debugged here, which I haven't told you yet. It means that 14 players are required to get it wrong in order to trigger a purge. We've got 33 in live play at the moment. If 14 or more are wrong, we will trigger a purge. Let's find out how many players got that question wrong. Start the meter. We've triggered it. I've just I was slightly distracted because I was writing something in suggestions. I want to bring back the answer by answer purge meter. In the in Purge 1.0, we were able to show one answer at a time and then keep the meter going, which I liked as a feature. That's a big feature change, though. That's going to take me a couple of hours to build and test, but for moments like this, that would be very exciting. So yeah, on this occasion, we have indeed triggered a purge. We got the cursed ratio 52-48, 52% getting the right answer, Madden Falls. 48% were incorrect, 7 going for Bridal Veil Falls, 6 for American Falls, and 3 for Horseshoe Falls. Let's see, of those 16 players, who they are. Matt, Shapes, Lupine, Conradlac, Epic Galley, Saphira, Samster, Alexander, Natter, Ice Tim, Prugs, Puzzle, Dan, Jogging, Shadowmane, Clive, and Joe. You're all in Purge number 3. So, full answer required, 20 seconds to give it. If you're not in this purge, you can still answer for bonus points and pennies later on, but no pressure to do so. Very best of luck to all 16 of you. Here is Purge question number 3. Who is the king of the fairies in Shakespeare's A Midsummer Night's Dream? Time. Did you know that, Jogging? Because I saw your refresh come in a second after the question went live, which of course meant you missed the payload. I'll take you at your word here. Did you know the answer to that? I haven't revealed it yet, but I'll let you put it in the chat if you think you know it. I'm not guaranteeing anything. I'm just... I don't know if... I reckon maybe. Would have guessed Puck, but didn't know. Okay. That's fine. The correct answer is Oberon. Oberon is in Oberon Martell from Game of Thrones, although I think Shakespeare came first. I have no further notes of that. Midsummer Night's Dream I don't know a lot about, other than Bottom plays a wall in the play within a play in A Midsummer Night's Dream, and Mendelssohn wrote the famous Wedding March based on Shakespeare's Midsummer Night's Dream. So it's the only thing I know about Midsummer Night's Dream. So Joggy, you would have been wrong anyway, because what I was going to say, if you'd given me the right answer in chat, I would have been tempted to see if I could have condoned you, but I think the logic doesn't allow me to condone abstentions. I might be wrong. Let's take a look. Who was right and who was wrong? We have got some wrong answers here. We've got Falstaff from Alexander, Bottom from Puzzle Dan, Farah from Epic Galley. Ooh, that one I'll come back to. Nata going for Leopold. Joe, I'm off for a mini milk. Don't blame you. Don't blame you. It's the right weather for a mini milk. Saphira, I don't think I can allow it. I don't think I can allow it. It's Saphira's gone for Obinia, which is close, but I don't know that it's quite close enough. It starts with the right first two letters, but I think... Stop it, Bungle. I'm going to follow my gut on this one, Saphira, and I'm afraid I'm going to say that is a wrong answer. It's just at this point in the game... Well, Lewis is going to give me a second opinion, I'm sure. Go on, Lewis. What's your second opinion? I think I'm fairly... Actually, no, don't give me a second opinion. I'm going to stick to my guns on that one. Okay, right, here we go. Saphira, sorry to draw attention to you there. We're just sort of discussing whether we're going to accept that. I'm sticking to my guns. I don't think it's quite close enough. So, very well done. If you did give me Oberon, it does mean we have to say goodbye to some players. Matt the Sprat, Epic Galley, Saphira, Alexander, Nata, Puzzle Dan, Jogging, and Joe. It's the wrong answer at the wrong time, and I'm afraid you have been purged. We should start calling baby cows mini milks instead of calves. That'd be a good thing. There is a tribe, though, that drinks the blood of cattle. So it's like they think the cow has two drinks, obviously. Milk and blood. Right. 25 players remain in live play. The breakpoint has been reset to 80%. We continue with the game with these 25 players in. Let's see what you make of this next question. Here are your options. 2, 1, 5, or 9. What is the fourth digit of pi? Time. The correct answer is 1. A few players falling into our little heifer-lump trap there. The fifth decimal figure of pi would be 5, but pi is of course 3.141592. That's as far as my notes go, and that's as far as I've got it memorized. So the fourth digit is 1. The fourth decimal is 5. So bad luck if you did say 5. Let's find out how many players did go for 5, or indeed another answer. 21 wrong answers required to trigger a purge out of 25 players. I don't think it's likely, but with the breakpoint at 80%, but let's find out. Start the meter. That's the fourth to last digit of pi. Very good, Bass. Very good. Yeah, we're good. 40% incorrect. No abstentions. Avoided a purge. We know Graham's number. The last digit of Graham's number is a 7. We know that, even though it's greater than the number of atoms in the observable universe. But yeah, but the last digit's a 7. Yeah, so 8 players going for 5 there, 1 each for 2 and 9, 15 getting the correct answer, 1. We're about halfway to that break point, but we avoid it. Let's play on. I know, box is shocking. Right, breakpoint down to 70%, still 25 players in live play. Let's take a look at our next options. Here they are. E8, E1, D1, D8. In chess, using algebraic notation, what is the starting square of the white queen? Do you know your ranks from your files? Time. Oh, that's tricky. Chess notation. No, lots of no's in chat. So I am I wouldn't even say moderate chess player. I'm a mild chess player, and I cannot remember. I think it's letters across and numbers up the side, but I don't know which is a rank or which is a file. The correct answer is D1. White pieces start on the first and second ranks, black on the 7th and 8th, and the queen starts on file D, kings in E. I always remember queen starts on her own colour. Which is great until you've got a board that doesn't have a fold in the middle, so you don't know which way round to orient it, and then you end up with the queen at like E1, the white queen at E1, and it gets very confusing. You're halfway through the game and think, hang on, this isn't right. Anyway, breakpoint is 70%. How many of you were wrong? Let's find out. Start the meter. We're good. Another curse ratio, 52, 48, 52 correct, unlike Brexit. 48% incorrect. There was one abstention that time, 4 going for E1, 3 for E8, 4 for D8. But we avoid the purge and we play on. Breakpoint dropping to 60%. What's a Brexit? No ideas, these. 4 options for this next question. Take a look. Frans Hals, Judith Leister, Rembrandt van Rijn, Johannes Vermeer. The Night Watch is a painting by which artist? Time. Correct answer. By Rembrandt, one of the most famous paintings from the Dutch Golden Age, The Night Watch, and a staple of quizzes everywhere. 1642 it was painted. Breakpoint 60%. How many got that one wrong? Start the meter. We're good. 28% incorrect, 1 going for Frans Hals, nobody going for Judith Leister, 6 going for Johannes Vermeer. Johannes Vermeer's most famous painting is Girl with the Pearl Earring. I always have to be careful when saying that to not get the jewellery mixed up with anything else, because that's something completely different. No abstentions there, 18 players getting it right. Let's move on. Breakpoint back to where it started, 50%. Still 2 purges in the bag. We're upping the options to 5 per question, and let's take a look at them. Live and Let Die, Paul McCartney and Wings. Die Another Day, Madonna. Writings on the Wall, Sam Smith. Skyfall, Adele. No Time to Die, Billie Eilish. Which was the first James Bond theme to reach #1 in the UK singles chart? Time. Very good question, Vertigo. When JR sent this through to me, because I don't always, but occasionally I do look through the packs after they've come in, and this is one where actually I went back to JR. I said, "Are you sure?" After JR approved it. The correct answer is Writings on the Wall by Sam Smith, because I was convinced it was Skyfall by Adele, but apparently Skyfall only reached #2. We might be mixing up with Skyfall being the first Bond film to be nominated for an Oscar, which I think it was. Writings on the Wall was the theme to 2015's Spectre. Eilish's No Time to Die also reached #1 in the UK, but 6 years later in 2021. Really liked that Billie Eilish song, by the way. In the US, Duran Duran reached number 1 in 1985 with A View to a Kill, but not in the UK. A View to a Kill also. The Bond soundtracks are so good, aren't they? So good. Now, the breakpoint is 50%. 13 out of 25 players will be required to trigger a purge. Let's find out how many were wrong. Start the meter. Yeah, we trigger it. Wow, only 3 players getting the right answer there. Unsurprisingly, the majority going for Skyfall. 14 players going for Skyfall, 4 each for Live and Let Die and Die Another Day. Nobody going for No Time to Die. We have triggered a purge, busting through that breakpoint of 50% with 88% of players getting it wrong. Now, with only 3 players getting it right, we could be going to the final after this question if 2 or fewer players survive this purge. Let's find out who's in it first of all. Probably quicker to say who's not in it. Ice Tim, The Lupine One, and Rack. You were all correct on that one. Ice Tim in 7 seconds, Lupine in nearly 11, and Rack in 11 and a half. Everyone else giving an incorrect answer. So AB Me, Fetch, Shapes, Stilgar, Conradlak, Zeus, a Run, Green Day, Jerry, Sam, Riff, Vertigo, Effrontery, Nando, Joe, Cola, Prugs, Flyboy, BC, Shadowmane, Clive, and Silver Electron. You are all in purge number 4. Full answer required within 20 seconds if you want to survive. For the other 3, Ice Tim, Lupine, Rack, you do not need to play, but you can do for extra pennies later on. Very best of luck to you all. Here is the 4th purge question. Which country has won the most FIFA Women's World Cups? Seconds. And that's time. The correct answer. It is the United States, who have won 4 out of the 9 World Cups that have been held since 1991. If you gave me USA, United States of America, US, America, any variations thereupon, your chair will go blue. If not, you are going to go red. Pretty well answered, has to be said. Only a handful going wrong there. Fetch, Stilgar, Riff, Prugs, Flyboy, Shadowmane, and Silver Electron. Answers including 2 going for Spain, 4 going for Spain, I beg your pardon. 1 for Germany, 1 for the Netherlands, 1 for Italy. All of those are incorrect. Good guesses, but unfortunately not right. Everyone who's gone blue, you survive the purge. You get to come back to the main game, but for Fetz, Stilgar, Riff, Prugs, Flyboy, Shadowmane, and Silver Electron, it's a wrong answer at the wrong time, and you have been purged. So we've still got more than half the pack left. 18 players in live play, 16 have been purged, and we reset the breakpoint to 90%. We've only got a handful of questions left in the pack. Can you survive without seeing the 5th purge question? Can you survive at all to the final? Only one way to find out. Let's go on to our next question. 5 options. Here they are. Oh god. Orchidacea, Fabaceae, Asteraceae, Solanacea, Lamiacea. Vanilla is derived from which family of plants? Actually, that wasn't quite as difficult to read out as I thought it was going to be when I saw it at a glance. The correct answer, Orchidacea. Vanilla famously is an orchid plant. Solanacea is the nightshades, potatoes, tomatoes, eggplants. Lamiacea is mints and sages. Fabaceae is the legumes, and Asteraceae is flowering plants like daisies and sunflowers. Orchidacea is orchids and presumably vanilla as well. Breakpoint of 90%. It's going to require almost everyone to get it wrong. 17 out of 18. Not impossible. Let's find out. Start the meter. 17 wrong answers were required, but only 17% of players got it wrong. Just one each for Fabacia, Solanacia, and Lamiacia. The other 15 getting it right. No abstentions. Well played. On we go. Breakpoint down to 80%. 5 options, and here they are. Coco, Cars 3, Incredibles 2, Finding Dory, Toy Story 4. Bow, a Pixar short film, was released alongside which 2018 feature film? 5 seconds. Time. Correct answer. Incredibles 2, directed by Domi Shi. Bao was the first Pixar short film to be directed by a female director. She went on to direct Turning Red and Elio. For posterity, Coco was released in 2017. Cars 3 also 2017. Finding Dory 2016. And Toy Story 4 in 2019. Toy Story 5 coming out later this year, which I'm very much looking forward to. Breakpoints 80%. 15 wrong answers required. How many were wrong? Let's start the meter. That's the closest we've got this game without triggering a purge. 72% were incorrect, just 5 getting the correct answer of Incredibles 2. Pretty much splitting the rest of the answers. 5 for Coco, 4 each for Finding Dory and Toy Story 4. On the next question, if you'd answered like that, we would have been going to Purge number 5, but for that one, we do survive and we move on. Breakpoint now down to 70%. 5 options, here's your question. 5 options, here are your options. Artemis, Venus, Diana, Cleo, Nike. In 1997, who became the first female Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle? Time. Correct answer. No, I did not know there was a female Mutant Ninja Turtle either, effrontery, but it's Venus. Her full name was Venus de Milo, the only turtle to be named after an artwork instead of an artist, which is kind of nice. Kind of nice. Lovely question that there. There was a certain logic to it if you could find your way into it. How many of you did, though? The breakpoint is 70%. 13 wrong answers required to trigger a purge. Let's see if we're going to do it on this question. Start the meter. Whew. Getting pretty bloody close again. 6 players getting that one right. I said if you did the same as the last question that would have triggered it, but 1 extra player got it right there. 6 players getting it right. 2 for Artemis, 2 for Diana, 8 going for Cleo on that one. I don't know, thinking because it's the only sort of relatively everyday female name, although Cleo I think typically is spelled with an E. With an I, it's the model of car, I think, made by Renault. But we do survive, 67% incorrect, and we go to our next question. Breakpoint lowered to 60%. Let's take a look at the options. Kurt George Kissinger, Wilhelm Pieck, Ludwig Erhard, Konrad Adenauer, Helmut Schmidt. In 1949, who became the first Chancellor of the Federal Republic of Germany? Time. F. Willy Wacker. G. Fanny Schmeller. correct answer. Konrad Adenauer was the answer. Adenauer served as the West German Chancellor from 49 to 63, considered one of the founding fathers of the European Union. So, I've not got the logs for this question, so I need to refresh. Breakpoint, what was it? 60%? 60%. I don't know how many are required to get it wrong because the logger stopped. But we'll find out. We'll all find out together. I genuinely don't know if we're going to trigger a purge. I will know as soon as I press the button, but I'll keep a poker face. Start the meter. We've avoided it. No abstentions there. But 8 players going for the correct answer. Konrad Adenauer, 5 for Helmut Schmidt, 3 for Ludwig Erhard, 2 for Wilhelm Pieck. No one going for Kurt George Kissinger. My poor blood pressure, it does do that this game, doesn't it? But we do avoid the purge. Which means for the first time in a long time, we have gotten through 20 questions without seeing 5 purges. We only got through 4, which means, Stimson, you can reuse that 5th purge question another day. We are denied the perfect purge pet, but my God, we got pretty close to it. Yeah, I think if 2 people who got it right had got it wrong there, it had the potential to be a perfect purge game. For those, the uninitiated, a perfect purge game is one where we see 20 questions, 5 purges, and finish with exactly 5 players going into the final. It has happened once in the entire history of this very nearly 6-year-old game. So, it does mean I need to reveal the finalists. I can't remember if I added some logic so it does this one at a time. I have a feeling it might, but let's find out as I press the button to reveal the finalists tonight. I did indeed put that logic in. That's exciting, isn't it? So our finalists are Zeus with 18 correct answers out of 20. Very well done, Zeus. That was recommended by someone a million years ago, and I was doing purge fixes and it was on the list. I thought, yeah, why not? It took about 15 minutes. That's the thing, all the fixes have been recommended. Most of them are like 10-15 minute changes. The biggest obstacle to actually doing them is opening the build. So yeah, but yeah, Zeus with 18 out of 20. That is a colossal score. Very well done. Ice Tim and Samster and Nando all getting 15 out of 20. Notably, Nando is in 4th place because your tiebreak, Nando, your distance away was 2,147,483,647. That is int.max value, 2.1 billion. So Nando obviously not giving us a tiebreaker there, but you have made it through to the final, and it does mean we have come down to a tiebreaker. Vertigo, BC, Arun, and Shapes all getting 14 out of 20, but it was Vertigo who was closest to the tiebreak answer, just 3,052 away. So it's Vertigo who takes that 5th slot. For posterity, BC 5,252 away, Arun 12,252 away, and Shapes 21,448 away. Other scores, Rack, Lupine, Jerry, Green Day and Joe finishing on 13 out of 20, Clive on 12, Cola on 11, ABME on 10, Effrontery on 9 and Conradlac on 8. So it's a good spread of scores, apart from Zeus, who's got quite a commanding lead, so we'll have the choice of the order going into the final. Let's just take a look at the overall leaderboard, and this just accounts for main game questions. It does not count the tiebreaker, it does not count purge questions. But that's the number of questions correct and the number of purges that you have survived. A lot of players surviving 4 purges there. Riff and Fetz, Stilgar, Flyboy all on 14 after 3 purges. Matt also on 14 correct answers after 2 purges. But yeah, we have our final 5. Zeus, Ice Tim, Sam, Nando, and Vertigo. This is going to be a very interesting final. For everybody else, if you haven't made it, I'm afraid your journey ends here. But for our 5 finalists, they get to go to the final back wall and battle it out. For everyone else, you have been purged, but it is now time for the final purge. So, welcome finalists. Just to remind you who we've got here. We have got Zeus, Ice Tim, Sapster, Nando, and Vertigo. I'll let you know now, I have done the update, so it will show you the Twitch name of the person if you're going to vote, so in case they're using a different username. So hopefully that will be useful for you. No lobby medal, Green Day, just 1 gold medal for this game, but lots of pennies that go out as well. But only one of these 5 will take the medal. I will tell you how many they've each got in due course. But here's how this works. You're going to be shown half a question each in sequence. Based on half a question, you have to decide whether to play or to pass. And if you're going to pass, you have to tell me who you're going to pass it to by pressing one of the buttons on your device. If you play and you get it right, you can choose another player to eliminate. If you pass and they get it wrong, they eliminate themselves. However, if you play and you are wrong, or you pass and you get it if you pass and they get it right, then you will be eliminated. It's a game of tactics and knowledge. You're going to be shown half a question, but you will of course be shown the full question before you have to answer, and you're given 20 seconds to do that. I would encourage all of my finalists to answer every question. It just gives me some interesting statistics to talk about. Likewise, everyone who's playing in the background game, answer every question, even if you are not the focus player. Just a word of warning to our finalists: double check who you're passing it to if you're going to pass, because it may not be in the same order, it may not be laid out in the same order on your device as it is on the broadcast. So, Zeus, you finished with quite a commanding lead, 18 points. You have control. Would you like to play first or last? Zeus is going to take the gauntlet head on, so we will go in descending order of points, starting with Zeus, then Tim, then Sam, then Nando, then Vertigo. Obviously, skipping over anyone who is eliminated. Very best of luck. Zeus, based on this half a question, decide if you want to play or if you want to pass. And if you're going to pass, let me know who you're passing it to. Good luck. Which 2008 novel? Zeus wasting no time in playing this question himself. Let's take a look at it in full. Which 2008 novel was adapted into a 2012 film starring Jennifer Lawrence and Woody Harrelson? Five seconds, Zeus. Time. I can tell you, only one player out of our final 5 gave me a correct answer here. It's a clue. I thought this was much easier than it appears to have been based on the logs. The correct answer is The Hunger Games, based on the novel by Suzanne Collins. This November, Sunrise on the Reaping, which is the 6th film in the franchise, will be released. Zeus going for Silver Linings Playbook. It is a wrong answer, and Zeus has just eliminated himself. I can tell you the only player to get that one right there was Ice Tim. Ice Tim getting that one right, who is going to have control of the next question. It's the wrong answer, Zeus, and I'm afraid, despite that commanding lead, you have been purged. So, Ice Tim, you know the drill. And just to let you know, Zeus has had 4 purge medals, but is not going to get a 5th. Ice Tim, you've got control. Based on half a question, do you want to play or do you want to pass to one of your rivals? Here is half a question. Which European country? Ice Tim is going to play this as well. Notably, Ice Tim, the only one to get the last question correct out of our final 5. A few players getting it right in the background game. Let's see if they're going to do just as well with European countries. Here's that question in full. Good luck. Which European country is the only country to have won the Eurovision Song Contest 3 times in a row? Five seconds. Time. I can tell you, 3. Well, Heist Tim writing no in chat. I was about to say 3 of our 4 remaining finalists got that one right. Was Ice Tim among them? The correct answer was Ireland, or the Republic of Ireland. Ice Tim going for Estonia. No, unfortunately not. Ireland won the song contest in 92, 93 and 94. Spain, Luxembourg and Israel have each won the contest in 2 consecutive years, but Ireland remained the only country to have done it 3 times in a row. So for Ice Tim on the previous question being the only one to get it right on this pass, you're the only one to get it wrong. You were wrong to play that question, though if you had passed it, it would have been the same result. Thank you very much for playing, but you have been purged. Ice Tim, that would have been their first Purge medal. They've just got that Google that bronze in their cabinet at the moment, but not to be on this occasion. 2 players have played the question so far. 2 players have got it wrong. Let's go on to our next player. It's Sam, based on half a question. Decide whether or not to play or pass. Which vowel? Sam's going to play. 3rd player in a row choosing to play the question. I mean, this is a sort of soft multiple choice, but does that mean the question will be easier, harder? I can tell you it's a single character answer. Here's that question in full. Good luck. Here's your favourite. Which vowel is not found at the end of any US state name? That's time. But JR, can we go to a sidebar? Yeah. Right, hang fire, everybody. We just need to do a little bit of checking before I click any buttons. Sorry, this is what happens when you do things live. Very occasionally we do get things sneaking through. Right. Okay. Okay. So, just looking at the data, and I just thought of something as I was reading this question. The answer that I have got on the card and that is in the data is incorrect. So it means if you gave the right answer in the background game, I'm very, very sorry, you're not going to get the points for it. However, if Sam gave the right answer, I can condone him so that the game can continue to flow, as it were, because there is a valid answer to this question, but it's not the answer that's on the card. Don't boo me, Bungle. These things happen occasionally, even in the professional world. So, which vowel is not found at the end of any US state name? The correct answer, according to my data and Sam's response, apparently the correct answer is E, but I just very frantically typed Delaware into Google and was told, yes, Delaware is a state, Alabama is also a state, Ohio, which ends in an O, is a state, and there's another one that ends in an I. Hawaii. Thank you, Alexander. So you is actually the correct answer. Now, what this means, Sam said you. So what I'm going to do is simply click in to condone it as correct. Apologies to everyone in the background game who said you on that question. And to the 2 players who said E, you're going to get a false positive on that question. So if you know the answer to the next one, but you didn't, because you got that one wrong, maybe throw it if you want to play the honours system. Apologies to everyone who lost out on you, but for the finalists, yeah, we've got condoning in place for the final. What I don't have is uncondoning, and I have made that mistake once when I condoned a player. I think it was Lupine was in the final. I condoned him, and then I couldn't uncondone him, which was a real disaster, unless I've added that now. But Sam definitely did give the right answer. Apologies for that little blip there. So Sam, it is a correct answer, and you get to choose. Are you going to eliminate Nando, or are you going to eliminate Vertigo? The choice is yours. Whoa! Whoa! Okay, bang! On the button. Not wasting a second. Vertigo has been chosen for the chop, which means Nando is going to have control of this final question. Vertigo, I'm sorry you didn't get to face a question, but Sam has chosen you for elimination. He did get that question right. For what it's worth, and I can tell you who got what right and wrong there, Vertigo actually went for I on that one. And Nando did go for the correct answer of you. So there's maybe a little bit of karma in there, choosing Vertigo, but Vertigo was the only one of the 3 to get that question wrong. Vertigo, I'm sorry it's come to this, but 3rd place, and you have been purged. I forgot about Hawaii. Yeah, so did I when I was trying to rattle them off the top of my head. So, Vertigo is denied their first Purge medal as well. It comes down to Nando and Sam, and I will tell you, Nando has won the Purge twice. Sam has won the Purge 5 times. Oni, welcome to the stream. And it's Nando who's got control. Based on half a question, Nando, decide whether to play or pass. Here is that half. No silver and bronze, I'm afraid, Vertigo, just the winner's medal. Which prime number? A big long think from Nando, but he is going to play it, taking his fate in his own hands. So, Nando, if you're right, you win the Purge. If you're wrong, it's going to go to Sam. The very best of luck to you. Here is that question in full. Which prime number is the number of unique flavours that are combined to make the soft drink Dr. Pepper according to its marketing? Time. My notes here say, what's the worst that could happen? Well, someone just lost. That's pretty bad, I guess. Did Nando get it, or is Sam going to prevail? I can tell you, in .max, I can tell you that Sam was incorrect. So had you passed this, Nando, you would have won the game. But you may yet have won if you gave me the correct answer. Which prime number is the number of unique flavours that are combined to make the soft drink Dr. Pepper according to its marketing? The correct answer was 23. Nando going for 53. I wonder if your finger slipped off the number pad. You were half an inch away, or an inch maybe, from glory. Knew it ended in a 3. 53, I believe, is a prime number. No, it's 53 prime. I'm going to have to Google. I think it's a prime number. Yes, 53 is a prime number. But so is 23. Sam went for 17. So Sam was pretty close. It was closer in terms of absolute figures. There aren't 53 flavours in the world. So a pass would have got you that gold there, Nando, but unfortunately, you face it yourself. It's not worked out. and you have been purged. Which means 34 players started this game, but we have got a singular winner. He's got through by skin of his teeth on that last question. He's thanking his lucky stars he didn't have it passed to him. But winning the Purge for the 6th time. Please put your hands together and give congratulations to Samster. You have survived the Purge. GG indeed, Samster. Let's take a look at our final leaderboard. This will now show you your total scores, including your final questions and your Purge questions. We can see Sam getting 21 correct, but Zeus actually getting more questions correct, 23 in total, but couldn't quite survive to the end of the game. Ice, Tim and Shapes and Ben all with 20 there. Smattering of players with 19, a run getting 19 there. Stilgar, Ralph on 18, Fetz on 18 as well, Flyboy also 19. Good high scores all round. Very well played. Can I extend my thanks to Stimpson's Angle? Lovely pack. When JR said, and to JR as well for the proofing, and thank you JR for being my immediate go-to on that question there. Apologies for that small data error. It didn't affect our hot seat game. Apologies, it's affected your behind-the-scenes game. Yeah, JR said to me when he sent it through after proofing, he said, I think this will play easier. I said, good. Or easier. I said, good. It's too hot to think properly at the moment. I personally found that quite tricky in places. It wasn't in my wheelhouse, but it was clearly very well answered, going through all 20 questions with just the one Purge question that Stimpson may be able to repurpose. So very, very many thanks, Stimpson's Angle, for a lovely balance pack of the Purge there, and I hope you have all enjoyed playing it as well. Two more things to do this game night. We've got the Thunderbolt draw coming up in about 3 minutes time, and then we're going to pick a raid message and a target to go and raid. We've got Nega Oryx, we've got Ted, we've got Tipsy Tune. Few options open to us, so I'll make a decision on who we're going to raid in a few minutes time. But do stick around for some another chance to earn some pennies as we do our midweek Thunderbolt draw. That's coming up in about 3 minutes time. Thanks again to Stimpson for writing, to JR for proofing, and congratulations to Samster. You have survived the Purge. Thursday night, we are live from the Game Night Control Center, and it is time for our midweek Thunderbolt draw. LNCQ is the code you need to come and take part in the Thunderbolt tonight. Get the Universe Controller refreshed. I'm going to do likewise. LNCQ. Oh, let's do a lucky dip tonight. I'm feeling lucky. And we've got a penny request from Ardenfett, a lottery coming in. Ardenfett saying, time to prove my theory, the theory on my luck. Going for a lottery. Veal success, Ardenfett. 36-14. It seems to have worked out for you tonight. Very nice indeed. A couple of other little pre-lottery lotteries coming in. Don't forget, you can cash in your micro pennies for full fat pennies. Nando, Veal success. 1309, that'll do. It's better than the odds.
Fruity, 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 fruity.
And remember, you can cash in those micro pennies for full fat pennies. If you're accruing channel currency, then you can trade them in for actual pennies, which of course go into the penny prize draw at the end of the season. Maxio, welcome to the stream. While you'll come and join, I've got a hell of a lot of raid messages I need to filter out. So I'm going to do Puzzle Dan's lottery. 2 above odds in a row. Are we going to get a third? Veal success. 1407, that will do nicely. Feeling RNG is generous tonight. Let's see if that keeps up. I need to look at these raid messages, so let me do that. I've got all the piss variations to go through as well. Right. There's a lot of raid messages there. A lot. I can't possibly give them all consolation pennies, but there's a lot in there. I've got to get into the habit of actually going through those as the stream goes on. I looked at the last 10 actual Thunderball numbers and manually input them as my efforts for tonight. Please, RNG gods, don't let my efforts go to waste. Well, we've got 36 of us in so far, so 4 chairs left available. I'm going to give it once more round the loop, and then we're going to hide the room code, and we're going to draw our numbers. Let's have a look at someone to raid, potentially as well. Oryx doing Paralyze. Sims Tangential, I think. Tipsy's doing a Jackbox Party. That could be an option as well. I'm thinking Tipsy tonight could be the way to go. Right, we are once more round the loop. Let's hide that room code. And let's start the machine. And tonight we're using Excalibur and Set of Balls number 5. Here's what you could be winning in the Thunderball this evening. 100 if you match just the Thunderball, 500 for one number with the Thunderball, all the way up to 50,000 if you can get 5 numbers with the Thunderball. Very best of luck to you all. Let's release those big money balls. $1982 Sinclair Search Limited. Welcome to the stream. I'm afraid we've started the draw, so you won't be able to pick numbers tonight, but it's lovely to have you here. Right, let's start the draw. So the blue balls of the first Thunderball machine are in. Let's take a look at the first number out tonight. It is number 13, 8th appearance in the main Thunderball draw. Last saw it Friday the 10th of March. Oh, that's bouncy. Lively number 13 tonight. Absolutely nothing, Green Day. I just like to replicate 90s nostalgia. Second ball out tonight is number 10, 4th appearance in the main Thunderball draw. Last saw it Thursday the 5th of March. Now, internally, there's no difference to them. It just debugs a different string to me in the operator. I could, in theory, make the balls have slightly different physics, but I'm not that committed to the bit. Third ball. It's number 4. 10th appearance. I think that might be the first time we've seen something in double digits. 10th appearance in the main Thunderball draw. Last saw it Thursday, the 21st of May. So, last Thursday. Trying to make the match better. Afraid not. It's all physics. Fourth ball. It's number 20. Third appearance for that in the main Thunderball draw. We last saw it Thursday, the 30th of April. And just one more from this first machine to complete our 5 numbers of the main Thunderball draw. As the balls come to settle, we've got one. It's number 7. 5th appearance in the main Thunderball draw. Last saw it Thursday, the 12th of February. So, well done, Excalibur there, drawing 5 balls first time. Let's see if we can get a full house by getting one first time out of the second machine. Let's start it up. Remind you of what you could win. So, I haven't even looked at my numbers. I've got 3 lines with 2 numbers on and 1 with 1. So, matching the Thunderball now, a 9, a 6, or a 4, or in a pinch, an 8 would be good. 4, 6, 8, or 9 will do me for 1,500. Let's release the Thunderballs. In they go. 14 of those little red Thunderballs. One of those is about to be drawn, and it could make you an awful lot of pennies. Very best of luck. Let's pick the Thunderball. Come on. 4, 6, 8, or 9. Preferably 4, 6, or 9. Oh, of course. I jinxed it. There was just a bit lively. Let's try again. Should get one this time. Alas, not. Building the tension with Excalibur. It's third time lucky. The Thunderball is number 10. Third appearance as the Thunderball. Last appeared Thursday, the 23rd of April. And let's have a look at those numbers again, this time in ascending numerical order. Tonight's winning line is number 4, number 7, number 10, number 13, number 20, and the Thunderball is number 10. Someone, I think Zeus did that once, BC, and it paid dividends for him. It was either Zeus or Ape, one of them. So tonight's big winners: Nando, Alex, Clive, and so just the 3 getting 2 with the Thunderball for 1,500. SJ, Shadowmane, and Flyboy 3 without the Thunderball for 1,000, and then Ralph Effrontery, Lewis, Alex, Bungle, Clive, and probably various others, 1 with the Thunderball, not including me, for 500 pennies apiece. Big overall winners: Nando, 22.50, second place in the Purge, but it's 22.50 in the Thunderball over 4 lines. Clive, 2,100 over 3. Alex, 2,000 over 2. Flyboy, 13.50 over 3. SJ and Shadowmane, 12.50 over 2. And a few others up there as well. Me as well, 7.50 over 3. Very pleased with that. Hope you got some pennies out of the machine tonight. And thank you all very much for sticking around. I'm going to roll the credits. I'm going to try and filter out my raid messages a bit more. And I think we're going to go and raid Tipsy Tune, who's doing a Jackbox party tonight. So if you fancy a little bit more quiz, that'd be the place to go. Thank you all very much for playing the Thunderball. I will see you after the credits. And that is it for another game night, my friends. I hope you've had fun tonight. Feels like it's been a bit of a strange stream. We started with Bamboozle, where obviously I didn't say anything. Big thanks to Lupine for that pack and to Cola for proofing it. We were then into the Drain, and Jerry took the 10 points out of that heat. And things are really hotting up in that tournament as we go into day 2 proper on Saturday. Big thanks to the writing team for all the questions there. And then a fabulous game of the Purge. Huge congrats to Sam. And thanks again to Stimson for providing the questions and to JR for proofing. Game night continues on Saturday evening. We've got Bidding War by JR. That was been proofed by Stimson, so they're inverting. Two guys are not able to play the Purge. They're not able to play Bidding War either. We've got more of the Drain, and then we've got Spotlight by a bit of everybody. Next Thursday, the Drain, Plinko by me, and Riffsky Business by Riff Raccoon. That's next Thursday if you're just here in the week. Don't forget you can go and follow Ash the Bash, who is back as well. With season 20, 21? Is it 21 now? I forget which. He's up next tomorrow, which is Friday, and Wednesday as well. Tomorrow he has got Limitless Win, and then next Wednesday Poker Face and Outright. That sounds like it's going to be a fun stream, so do go give him a follow. Season 20, thank you. Do go give him a follow if you're not doing so already. So, honourable mentions on raid messages. Stimpson's Angle, Kia U Plonker, Rodney Starmer. Shapes, Only Fools and Horses is the new Dallas. JR, Who Shot Del Boy? A few Only Fools references coming in early on. Waiting for you to hype train yourselves out from Stimpson's Angle. Ben's Beverage Identification Stream from Arden Vets. It's allegedly not piss by Epic Galley. That's good. That's also good. Those are all good. Honourable mention, these are all in the same ballpark, but yeah. From Prugs, Ben's not having sex on the beach. That's very good. Jerry, Ben pays 1,000 pennies for sex on the beach. Very good. Those are all good. Ode to Sex and Piss from Puzzle Dan. Putting the fun in fundament from Effrontery. Whatever that is, we are not discussing ice cream insertability until we are. Thank you to Lewis for that. Are you a hot dog from Comrade Lack? Finland isn't real from Oni. Karma is now a bus journey from Rack. Mini milks make my dingo up a semitone from OG Bungle. Nothing but piss from Simpson's Angle. The question is, which piss are we taking from Shadow May? That's very clever. I've still got like 12 of the things here. So I'm going to have to be more ruthless. From ABME, sex on the beach is just future piss. From Bungle, which is not splitting hairs, piss on the beach. Just out of context, that might be a bit weird. Technically, future piss from Green Day. This is very... I might have to come back to that one. And that one. From Vertigo, variations of fornication and urine. From Lewis, the Enigma variations of sex and piss. And now I'm struggling. From Stilgart, no benefit to abstinence. I like this from Puzzle Dan. Jurassic Period was just a phase. I thought Jurassic Park was just a phase. Jurassic Period was just a phase. Now I'm down to 5. Mayonnaise is all oil from Alexander the Hutt in 5th. 4th place, sex on the beach, piss in the toilet from Shadow Main. I beg your finest pardon in 3rd place from Epic Galley. 2nd place goes to Saphira with most insertable ice cream. Which means the winner was my favourite. It was one of the sex and piss ones that came up, but of the ones that came in, this was my favourite. Simple, pure and clean, which I think Tipsy Jim will find very amusing. It goes to Joe Has No Talent. Variations of Sex and Piss is the name of tonight's episode. Variations of Sex and Piss, which means YouTube is going to flag it as an 18+ stream, which is a tremendous shame.
What a shame.
Simple and clean. Go on, Joe. Variations of Sex and Piss, 250 pennies to you. Plus, it is the episode title, the raid message, and you'll get a custom thumbnail, probably in the Purge font, which will be the thumbnail of the episode. Don't forget, you can go and catch up on any episode of Game Night that you've missed, right back to Season 1 at stephanieshare.com/on-demand. And if you are watching on YouTube, don't forget to like and subscribe. It does help the metrics and helps the channel to grow, which is always the goal. I'm going to be back on Saturday night with even more quiz. We've got Bidding War, The Drain, and Spotlight. Very much looking forward to that. I do hope you will come and join me for that stream Saturday evening right here, twitch.tv/royal_flush at 8 PM BST. Until then, Stay hydrated out there, because I know it's starting to break a little bit, but it's still bloody hot. So stay hydrated and have an ice cream and insert it into your mouth and no other fundament of your person, please. You've been watching Gay Night with me, Royal Flush. Until next time, be splendid and wonderful and marvellous and safe. And as always, take care. Peace out and good night.
And it's too late. I'm already reacting. So that one's to you. Donut.
Everyone really
Oh,
believes
shit!
in each other. You whiskers. I believe in you too.
I believe in you too. I can't believe they're all getting auto-modded. That's hilarious. Oh my goodness. A straight, a flush, and all the top cards in one spot. How you doing, Royal Flush? My goodness. I love that your raid message got auto-modded. Variations of sex and piss. Honestly, to some people, that's the same thing. Tis what it is. Tis what it is. Lewis, how you doing? We definitely get an auto-modded, definitely. But that's okay. We let your sex and piss in either way. Conrad, how you doing rolling in with the windows down? Happy freaking Thursday. Alexander That's like me trying to say hi right now because ADHD. Alexander, happy Thursday. Ryer, thank you for them biddies, you beaut. Let's go.